Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about, do I think we will ever see the main characters of the Walking Dead video game series, Lee and Clementine, appear in the Walking Dead television series? Right, so this is one people have been asking me to do for a really long time. Now, I believe over time I've heard it reported that Robert Kirkman said they're not going to be doing this, at least at that time. Now, in the future, I mean, at first glance, you'd say probably no, but the thing about it is the Walking Dead video game series has become such a success that I could definitely see them deciding to go the other route and actually do it. Because, well, at first when the game was released, they didn't know how it was going to do. I don't think it had that high of a budget for a video game. You know, it's not like a Call of Duty budget or something like that with Telltale games. So they probably didn't think it was going to become Game of the Year and, you know, all these things, and they probably didn't think they were going to be able to continue to release episodes and it was going to garner the kind of fan base that it actually has. Now, that said, I think, you know, in terms of whether or not we will see them at some point or another, well, at first, you know, no, but the thing is we're going to catch up to the storyline of the Walking Dead comic book series where it's currently at probably pretty quickly, especially now the whole governor thing's out of the way, and we're about, I want to say, about halfway there, maybe a little bit under half. But the rest of it, depending on how they film the seasons, could eventually catch up in a few years. And with the success of the Walking Dead video game series, I mean, it would make a lot of sense, and I think it would be good for ratings and also be good for, you know, sort of for people to promote the game even more and for more people to want to buy the game if they were to write in some simple characters like Lee and Clementine. They wouldn't be difficult characters to do. They could just have them kind of appear out of nowhere, you know, at any point in time. Now, that said, the video game series itself, even though it has characters from the TV series, you have an appearance from Glenn and, you know, different characters like that, and due to what's happened in the games, if they go along with the same storyline, they couldn't really have those characters appear in the television series. Those of you guys who have played the game know what I mean. But I would think that because it's a video game series, it's not canon anyway with the events of the TV series. You know, it's not. Like the TV series version of Glenn, you know, I don't accept it as canon that his character, you know, met up with Lee and was part of that group first before, you know, meeting Shane at the camp. No, I don't see that as canon for the TV show. So I think it could be done. Whether or not they will do it, I tend to lean more towards that they won't, but I hope that they will because I think it'd be fun to see. Percentages, I'd probably say something like 65% chance that they, you know, they won't ever bring them in, but I think there's about a good, you know, 35% chance that they actually would go ahead and do it. And I think it does make a lot of sense for the future because they would want to fill out the Walking Dead television series storyline as much as possible. They probably don't want it to catch up to the point where the Walking Dead comic books are at, and they probably won't ever want it to. You know, they'll want to make it different, and maybe even to the point where we may have to see a couple seasons of some different material and different things happen with the TV series. And I think characters like Lee and Clementine could be good. You had Michonne, she was pointing at Macon on the map and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I mean, it's definitely something that to kind of, instead of bringing on, you know, a character like Negan, who's another huge bad guy in the Walking Dead comic book series, if they were to put in more characters like this for like Lee and Clementine and more new characters in the TV series, I think they could really get some good stories out of that, and they could stretch, you know, that time before we meet Negan and before we encounter these kinds of things that are in the comic book series. That way it doesn't catch up to the TV show, or the TV show doesn't catch up to the comic book series that quickly. I'm sure they have something in mind for what they're going to do about that anyway, because it's going to become a problem within the next probably 3, 4, 5 seasons, something like that, especially if they're doing 16 episodes a season. And there's also going to be the spin-off series as well, too. But I do definitely think that it'd be a smart decision if they were to go ahead and include Lee and Clementine in either the original TV series Walking Dead or the spin-off. Just have them come in sooner or later. the odds, like I said, are probably not that great that they'll actually end up doing it, but I think it would be a good decision. I think it'd be cool. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see them include characters like that have a fan base already, versus maybe making all new characters. Maybe make some new ones too, but put them in there too because they've got their own unique fan base and people would really like that, I think. I'd really like to see Lee and Clementine in the TV series, especially, I'd have to say, especially Clementine, to see how she could interact with Carl and things like that. There's lots of potential there, I think. Lots of potential. So let me know what you guys think about the concept. Do you think that we'll never see them in the TV series, or do you think there is still a good chance and that it could happen in order to fill out the show with all the episodes and everything? And because of the, obviously low budget to bring them in, it's not like they have a tiger or something like with Ezekiel that would be hard to do in a TV show. They're not. They're just like, a couple actors. That's it. Wouldn't cost hardly anything to bring them in. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I wanted to do this because people have been asking me for so long, and I just kept putting it off. I would really enjoy seeing both of them come into the show and see how they interact with the characters that are in the show. Have Lee meet Rick. That would be cool. And who could play them? Lots of different options there. We could talk about that too in a different video. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. Those who have played the video games, let's hear from you. And others who haven't, if you just know about the characters, let's hear what you have to say too. Anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.